This is a video on basic probability. The question states, a pet store has 9 cats, 5 that are albino and 4 black. It has 8 dogs, 6 that are albino and 2 black. Find the probability that a randomly chosen pet is 1. A dog, 2. Not black, 3. Albino and a dog, 4. Black or a cat, and 5. A dog given that it is black. So usually when we start probability questions, we need to get symbols for all of the events that we're interested in. So in particular, the colors of the pets could be albino and black. I'm going to call albino event A, black event B. And the type of pet is either a cat or a dog. So I'm going to call cat C and dog D. So now we can move on to answering the questions. Let's start with number 1. We want to find the probability that this randomly selected pet is a dog. So the definition of probability says that the probability of being a dog is equal to the number of dogs divided by all the different things that could happen, all the different pets that we have. So if you look at the dogs, it has 8 dogs. So 8 is the numerator. And the total number of pets, there were 9 cats and 8 dogs. That's 17 pets. So 17 is the denominator. And that's the answer to question 1. Now let's move on to question 2. We want to find the probability that the pet is not black. So to find the probability of not being something, we can use the rule of complements. And what that says is that the probability of not being black, or not B, is equal to 1 minus the probability of B. So we just have to find the probability of B. So to find the probability of B, that's the total number of black pets. Well, there were 4 black cats, and there were 2 black dogs. 4 plus 2 is 6, so there were 6 black pets out of 17 total pets. So 1 minus 6 over 17 is 11/17. And that's the probability of not selecting a black pet. So now let's move on to number 3. And that is find the probability the pet is albino and a dog. So to find the probability of A and D, albino and a dog, that's equal to, by definition, the number in A and D divided by the number in S. So now we just count how many are albino dogs. And it just tells us that of the 8 dogs, we know that 6 are albino. So that means the numerator, albino and dog, must be 6. The number of the sample space was 17. It's still 17. So the probability of A and D, albino and a dog, is equal to 6/17. So now let's move on to question number 4. And that is find the probability it's black or a cat. So when we have an or, there's a formula we can use for or statements. And that is the probability of B or C, black or cat, is equal to the probability of B plus the probability of C minus the probability of B and C. Now we just start computing. The probability of B we already found out was 6/17. For the probability of C, that's the total number of cats. There were 9 cats out of 17, so 9/17. The probability of B and C, those are the black cats. And there are 4 black cats, so that's 4/17. So now 6 over 17 plus 9 over 17 minus 4 over 17. I did the arithmetic, and I got 11/17. Let's move on to question number 5, and that is find the probability that the pet is a dog given that it is black. So the way we write down given questions is we write down P, parenthesis, and then we have dog, which is a D, and then we put a little vertical line segment, which is read given, and then B, and the parenthesis. So this is P of D given B is equal to, and this is how the formula works, the probability of D and B divided by the probability of B. So let's find these probabilities. Well, D and B, those are the black dogs, and we saw that there were 2 black dogs, so that's 2 over 17. The probability of B, that's the probability of being black, which we have already found out, that was 6 over 17. So now I just divide the fractions. 2/17 divided by 6/17 is the same as 2/6, the 17s cancel, and 2/6 is equal to 1/3. And that's the probability that the randomly selected pet will be a dog given that it is black. And I'm done with all of the questions. Thank you for watching this video.